Hello, my name is James Rydener. As you can tell from the name of the YouTube channel this is being posted on, I felt compelled to record this video and put it up on YouTube. This has probably been a long time coming. I'm going to give an account of a dream that I had that could possibly be prophetic. I don't know for sure. I don't have a "Thus says Yahweh" on this one, so I can't say that, but it is a dream I had. And the reason why I think that it's possibly prophetic is because I had this dream at some point in 2018. I don't remember the exact date because I didn't write it down. But since that point, this dream has remained just as vivid in my mind as it did the night that I had it. And just because of some of the detail in this dream, some of the symbolism potentially, and just the fact that at the time I had this dream, nothing in the dream was on my mind. So I don't think it was just my mind processing things, in the background like a computer does, like our dreams are sometimes, just a coping mechanism for our minds. So I'm putting this out there for whatever it's worth. I do believe that if a person is given a dream that's possibly prophetic, that it is important to get the information out before the events happen. That's kind of the whole point of a prophecy. And I see so many of these these dreams coming out from like Dana Coverstone and people like this. I don't know the man. I'm not going to judge his character. But to come out with a prophetic dream after the events have already started to happen and say that you had the dream before the events started to happen, to me is very suspect. So nothing in this dream that I'm aware of has happened yet. So we're well before the events of this dream, if indeed it is prophetic. So here's how the dream went. I found myself in a hallway, and the walls were metal. They were dark gray, like a battleship type gray, like a Navy battleship. And it had doors on both sides. And these were, battleship type doors. They looked like something you'd see inside of a naval vessel, or possibly a submarine. The walls were riveted. You had each door was solid metal with like a porthole type, window in it to see through. And so I'm walking down this hallway, and to my left is an open door. And I look in the door, and there's a man standing there, and he's naked, and he's under a shower. And my thought was, oh no, this is like the Nazis. He's about to get an acid shower. And my heart just broke for the man. I felt terrible for him because he was about to get to meet his end. And he was a little bit apprehensive. You could see he was kind of nervous about what was going to happen. And so the shower came on, and I cringed in terror. And to his surprise, too, it was just water. And it was apparently refreshing water because he seemed very relieved and very refreshed. And that was the end of that. So I continued to walk down the hallway, the same hallway. Another door to the left was open. I look inside this door. There's a man standing there, thankfully not naked this time, but he's standing there. And he's got a lion on its hind legs standing up in front of him. And the lion's paws are on the man's shoulders. They're face to face. And I'm thinking, oh no, he's about to get mauled by this lion. This lion's about to eat him alive. Well, they stood there like that for a good long while, and the lion never harmed him, and which I thought was interesting. And then so I continued to walk down the hallway. And from then, that part of the dream transitioned into the next part. Immediately following that, I find myself in a desert. And this is huge, massive sand dunes, like you see in the Sahara. I mean, ocean wave size dunes. And up from the sand comes this giant tower. And it's shaped like what you see on a castle or a stronghold. It looked a lot like the rook chess piece, like you play with chess. It's tall, cylindrical, and it's got the, I don't know what you would call it, the square, around the top, right? And so this thing juts up from these waves. Now, keep in mind, these waves of sand have got to be, 50, 60, 70 foot tall just by themselves, maybe more. These are massive waves of sand. And this thing is jutting up a good 50, maybe 75 feet above the sand. It's high up there. Just this gleaming tower. And I look up to the top of this tower, and I see two men. in t-shirt and jeans, just regular guys, and they're clinging to the top of that tower for dear life. I mean, if they fall, it's a long way down. So they're hanging on. They're not up in the tower, but they're hanging on to it. And then all of a sudden, the wind starts to shift. The wind starts to come. And just like the ocean, the waves start to move with the wind. The sand dunes move like ocean waves with the wind. And the sand dunes begin to carry this tower the same way ocean waves would a boat. So this tower begins to move along with these ocean waves. And of course, now that the tower is moving, these men are really hanging on for dear life, because it's a struggle to hang on at this point now that the tower is no longer stationary. This goes on for a while, and I'm watching this happen. And then at a certain point, the waves stop, the wind stops, the tower stops, and out in front of the tower is a lush paradise. Palm trees, green vegetation, flowing water. It looks like a paradise, like what you would, your prototypical oasis. And in the dream, I heard a voice say, "This is Egypt." Okay? I understood that it was Egypt. And let me correct myself. At that point, I didn't hear a voice say it was Egypt, but I understood it was Egypt. Okay? That's important. So at that point, I had the understanding, wow, okay, so this tower stopped and now we're in Egypt, which I guess makes sense if you look at a map. But then, in the dream, I did hear a voice say, "It starts in the Bahamas." Dream was over. I woke up. That was the dream. And it wasn't, I didn't just wake up from a dream that was ongoing. The dream was done at that point, and then I woke up. And this was right as the morning was coming, as I was getting ready to wake up and go to work. And so I woke up and I immediately thought about this dream, and I tried to process it. So for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to give my interpretation of that dream. I do have my own interpretation of what I think it means. I'm not going to put that in this video. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this up for what it is, and if people have their own interpretations, you can feel free to comment and let me know what you think they are. And then at some point in the future, I don't know when, but at some point in the future, I will put up another video where I explain my interpretation of this dream, because I don't want to put my interpretation out there and have it affect or influence anyone else's interpretation. In other words, if you're watching this video and you are going to interpret this dream, I don't want to have anything to do with that. I want that to be, if it's a legitimate dream interpretation, I want that to come directly from Yahweh himself, not through me. Okay? So I had the dream. I'm putting it out there for what it's worth. I'm not saying 100% for sure that it came from Yahweh, but just based on the nature of the dream, how it happened, I'm thinking that it could possibly have. So I'm putting it out there for that reason. Again, the date I'm recording this is, I believe it's August 4th, 2020. I had this dream back in the summer. I forget exactly what date. It was over the summer of 2018. And I have told a few people, not many. I told my wife. I think I told my kids. I told a friend of mine, over the years since then. But I've never really made it public like this. So anyway, just for whatever it's worth, if you feel like this is something worth sharing, then by all means share it. If you are here on the YouTube channel and you peruse some of the other videos I have up, by all means feel free to like, subscribe if you care to. Obviously, no obligation. This channel is not monetized, so I'm not going to make a dime either way. So there's no motive there. Anyway, just for whatever it's worth. I hope everyone has an awesome rest of the week, and Yahweh bless.